computer. So hello, my name is Tasha Smutney. I'm a double gold consultant and a two-time IATAN card holder. We're going to talk a little bit more intermediate advanced level of Canva this evening and how we can make reels for social media content and how we can make videos. Also, how we can add audio to a slideshow or to anything that we have, okay? So we're going to start here. We're going to start with a reel. I love reels because when you post them on Instagram or Facebook, they kind of live on, right? When I post something months later, I'll still get a notification that somebody found my reel and they liked it or they commented on it, okay? So again, as I show in my basics, I am a big fan of the design because I can find templates, right? So mine do show some recently used, but I can just look travel and see what pops up. All right. And again, there's lots of options that are not needed to be paid for. Okay. How did I get to what page? From here, home, create a design, Instagram reel. And then at the top, mine is typically automatically on design. So if yours is on something else, I have design at the very top. And then I search for a template. You don't have creative design? All right, hold on. Does yours look like this? There's two different versions of it. Over here, creative design. Yeah, some reason there was like so many people get the free upgrade and it was a partial release and I wasn't one of the people that clicked quick enough to get it. Let's see. Someone's asking, is there a way to sort so you only get the free templates? I'm not sure. I'm wondering if it shows me the non-free ones first because I have a paid account. But you can scroll and look. Yours will have, since mine's education has a little cap for caps and gowns, but it'll have that little crown on it. So you can look and see what you like, right? And then what typically will happen, I don't want to do photos. Let's see. All right. Now I'm not too worried that it says my photo vlog. All right. I'm going to click it. It's adding one page. It's already telling me it's 11 seconds, but I can change that. I can change anything I want on here, remember. So if I'm advertising something is different than if I were doing an inspirational type of a reel. So maybe I want mine to say travel goals. And I don't even want that there. And now I can use my own pictures. That one is a video, so I'm going to look for a video. Or I can use the ones that are already there. It doesn't matter. You can use what's there, or I could search here and I could search for travel video. See all videos. And maybe instead I want that sunset video. Now, I can do a couple of things here. In this video, I can turn off the sound if I don't want it. I often turn off the sound because I don't want it, because I'm going to add music in the background usually. Okay. But I can turn it off completely. I could just lower it. But I now have that there. Now I might be going, that's really long. I don't want it that long. I can just drag this to whatever I want it. Now, if I want to check out what's going on, I click play to see if I like the way that it shows up. Right? And maybe, I know I took that out, but now I kind of want it back. That's okay, I'll add another. I bring this down here. I shift the side so it's curved. And now I liked that it had handwriting. Ocean sunsets. Right? And now I can add another page. And I can go back to design. And I can look for something specific, travel. Maybe I say travel family. And I can find a page to add that showcases families traveling. And maybe I like the videos that are there and I don't care to change them, right? You can do whatever you want for these. Now, you can use everything that Canva has if you choose to do that, all right? I do always check to see what it is. But maybe instead of family vacation, I put family adventures. I don't need the exact spot. I don't need whatever this tag is down here, right? Now I like to make all of mine approximately the same length. Okay. Now, one thing I do like to do, I like on mine to have my logo and my business information on every page when I do a reel. Of course, my logo, there it is. And then I just copy and paste it so it's on every page. That way, if they get drawn in at the beginning and they choose not to watch the whole thing, they have my contact information. That's why I choose to put it on every page. Now that is not showing up there, but that's all good. I can add something behind it. Probably not that color, but that's okay. So now if I group all this, there's a couple ways to do that. If I click and I drag my mouse, everything that gets highlighted with that little purple square, I can group together. So now that's one group. I can copy it and go to my next page and I can paste it there so that it's on every page. Then I could add another page. Travel, let's see. Tropical. And I find one I like. Or maybe we just do an airplane could be great too. And I'm gonna save that for the end, but I like it, so I'm gonna take it now. I'm gonna turn that sound off. I'm gonna add another page. Now what I can do, I can take this whole page and drag it in between. So now I want this one last, right? So I'm keeping it because I liked it and it popped up, but I don't need it yet, right? but I'm looking for something beachy. Ooh, I like that for a summer. I already know I'm going to use that for something this winter, even though I love the snow. So again, I'm going to take that sound off. I'm going to paste my logo information here. Now it doesn't show up quite as much anymore, so I'm going to take that color, lighten it up a little bit. My logo tends to blend in with different things. I don't like the little save thing there. I don't like this. Tropical locations. I am much more of a center person. It's already close to the same length, so I'm just gonna up down a little, right? We're up to 32.6 seconds. I'm gonna add another page in between. Maybe we look exotic travel. What can we find? Let's see. Instead of that, I'm gonna put I mean, that one could work right there, but it's not a free one. So it doesn't really matter what I put. That one is like a whole long one though. Like you could do something on Greece. Sometimes what people will do when they make reels, they'll find something that is a whole reel already made and they'll focus on like a destination and they could post that, right? Again, I turn off the sound. So instead of specifically advertising something, this is just travel goals, right? For people. And I'm putting different options being like, hey, look at all this stuff that traveling with Tasha can do for you. I want to end it with, and I might still add another one, but where do you want to go next? That X looks funny. So I'm going to change that font because it's hard to read. We do not want a hard to read font. And then I'm going to add contact me today to plan your, not play, plan your next trip. So I'm ending it with that. Then again, I'm going to make this about the same length, 7.5, 7.5. And then what I like to do, if I hover between them, see the little like arrows, I can add a transition so that it's going to show me how it's going to transition to the next one. Again, if I hover over these, it's going to show me exactly what it's doing. and I can choose the one that I like. Oh, I kind of like the color wipe one, actually. I don't typically use it, but when I click this, I can now click apply between all pages. That one does let me choose like different colors to switch it to. And it's applied between, it gives me options too. Ooh, this is my problem with Canva. Then I start playing and I just want everything. So now it did automatically switch the timings of all of them to make it fit, but that's okay. I'm going to play it, see what I have. And again, as opposed to I might find a different video because I don't love that video. As opposed to an actual ad for something specific, I'm just trying to draw people in by getting them to see like, oh wait, look what this travel company can do for me. Okay. And then when I watch it, if I don't love something, I do switch it up because, you know, sunset beach, sunset video. Oh, this one might be better. That one is definitely better. It's brighter. And I'll shorten it up a bit. Oh, you didn't show me that page. I felt like that other one was just like really dark. So that's why I switched it up because I didn't love what it looked like, right? Now, this is a super easy one that isn't specific to my agency. The only thing that makes it specific to me is that I have my logo and my business, right? So I can share this with everybody as a template. But what I typically will do now that I have it, I'm going to change this because I don't like how those popped up. I'm going to make it so that they're all one because I don't want them to come in at the same time. So now if I do the typewriter, I'm a big fan of the typewriter. Now I can make it what I want it to be. All right. So what I typically do is I will download it and I usually send it to my phone. I find it much easier to upload a reel from my phone than it is from my computer. I happen to have a Mac, so I'm able to just airdrop it to myself. But you can also email it to yourself and open the email on your phone, all different ways you can get it to your phone to make this part of the process a little easier. Because it's a video, it does take a little bit longer. Let me turn off my video on Zoom so it can do it. But as I'm downloading this, questions about how I put the reel together. All right, Kathy, how do I do? All right, let me hold on one sec. So now what we're gonna do, now that we made a reel, we're gonna come in and make another design. So I'm gonna actually start before we make a whole video. I'm gonna pull up something I've already made and show you how you can add audio or a video of yourself. All right. So maybe on this page of my website, I'm going to add an audio, or it's going to show a video of my face and me talking. So I'm going to go to Elements. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to Uploads. It gives me the option to upload an image or a video. You could have a video you already made and upload that in as well, but you can also record yourself. So if I click record myself, it's going to open up this recording studio, right? It calls it the recording studio. It asks you which camera, if for some reason you have more than one, which microphone on there that you'd like to use. And then it doesn't matter where this is because you can move it once you've made it. Okay. It does give you options like you can put filters on yourself. I never worry about the filters because typically when I'm doing a video, it's because I'm trying to connect with people and make myself real, right? There are also effects like, oh, skin smoothing. Maybe I should use that one. But there are effects. It doesn't really look that different to me, so I'm not worried about it. All right, but we don't have to use any of those. And all I do is I click record. It gives you a countdown. Hi, thank you for finding my page. I would love if you could give me your information so I can add you to my client mailing list. If you've already done that, go ahead and click the button over on the other side that says go to the website. Right? Super easy. I can check it. Hi, thank you for finding my page. I would love if you could give me your, all right. You do have to click save and exit. You can delete it and redo it. All right. Redo, save and exit. And now it's here. Hi, thank you for, I don't need to listen to myself. I can also move this wherever I want. Oops, I didn't mean to move that. Hey. You can change the size. You can make yourself tiny so that all they hear is your voice and not see your picture. Okay. Like it's super tiny. But I think it's a really cool way to add a personal touch to things. Other things I've done with recording, because you can also record. I recorded just audio before, but not through Canva. I uploaded the audio. So let me pull that one. Let me see if I can find it. I did I got a lot of great response to this video. When I went to Disney this past summer, here it is. This one is a video. I did a page for each video. What I did is I added audio. So you can upload audio files. I recorded this on my computer a different way. So if we play this. Did you know there's so much more to do than just riding the rides at Disney? I loved making a wish keeper at Crystal Arts in Magic Kingdom on Main. So the way I did this, I used another website called Online Voice Recorder. It has these like 3 dots. I used this a lot. I found this when we were doing remote teaching. Okay. But I used this a lot during that time. And I've also used it a lot for different things I need still for school. I also use this sometimes when I'm in class, recording my kids, but all you do is you click record. Now I had 2 screens on my computer always. When I'm working at home, I have an external screen. So I clicked record. I was playing that music in the background from my phone, and I went through and played the video so I knew when to talk, so that I lined up my voice with it. And all I did, we're just doing a test here so you can see how it does it and talk about it. La, 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 test, test, test. When you're done, you hit stop. You can listen to it. You can, if I had hit record before I actually needed to start talking, which I did, I can take this and trim it so that it starts where I actually want it to start. I click save and it automatically downloaded to my computer. And all I did, I came in and I clicked, you don't even need to click upload files. I went to audio and I dragged it in. And once it was in, all you have to do, it is the one at the top, is it gets dragged in. See this purple line down at the bottom? That is the audio. So all I did, the same way that you would drag a picture in, I dragged this in. So I don't want to drag it into this one because obviously that's not, not the right one. But you are able to add audio like that. So there's two different ways. This, I didn't want a picture of myself or a video. So I just recorded the audio externally. This is also another way that you're able to add audio. Like some of these I've downloaded from a free music site. So I have it saved here. This is a site that has both free and paid. I only use the free. And I put that in the chat as well. You can look for music. There's a limited amount you're allowed to download for free a month, but you can download it, right? I think I did log in. Yeah. So I just log in with my Google account. I often go to the trending. So if you look here, it says premium tracks and then it says free tracks. So the free tracks are the ones that you're able to get for free, right? And it'll tell you like it's up, it's trending. It has those little arrows. So what I do is I listen to it, see if I like it. And then I would download it. We get the free, use the unique credit to avoid copyright. It does ask you like if you're going to do post something to YouTube or something like that, it does ask you to put this information in that YouTube video. So it gives you what you would need to copy. So all I do is I copy and paste that and I keep like a notes on my computer, like, hey, this is called Let the Good Times Roll. Like I would put that title and then I would put that license, or you can click email me a copy and it'll send you that to your email. So you have the copyright information you'd have to put if you were to put this on YouTube. Okay. And then all I do, I go back to here and I can easily drag that audio in. So now that's in here and I could add that to anything. But for this one, I did that online voice recorder so that I could narrate the video I made. Okay. So, I mean, this is a pretty long, I mean, it's not that long. It's a little over a minute or about a minute video, but you're able to do that. Okay. So I know that's a little confusing because those two things are not inside Canva. So inside Canva, we can record with a video of ourselves. I use this site, Online Voice Recorder, to record my voice and then download it to add as an audio. I also get free music when I want to add it to a video from this site, the upbeat.io that I put in the chat. But again, when I'm in here and I want to record myself, all I do is when I'm in uploads, I click record yourself. And it brings me into this studio and I can record whatever I want talking. When I've done presentations before, you can do it two different ways. So let me pull up like a training presentation. So like if I wanted to do this and send it to somebody, you know, as one of our trainings, I could do two things. I could record myself, one recording, and just click to the next page if I chose to. And it would do a continuous video of the slideshow. And when I open the slideshow, it will play it. Right? Or I could record on this page. This is pretend, but welcome to my training about Walt Disney World transportation and how to use the new Lightning Lane multi-pass and single pass systems. And then I could leave it at that for just that page. And then I could click to the next page. Here's a map of all of the transportation throughout Walt Disney World. I will also put a link in the description of this video so you have direct access to this page. And then what I could do is I could just click to the next page and it's continuing. But what it did for me is it actually started that over, because if you look, now I'm only at 11 seconds. When I click to the next page, it's going to go back down to 0 and start recording that page again. And then whenever I get to the end, I click done. So technically it's recording them as separate videos, even though I'm continuing it. So if I click save and exit, I'm not worried because I can just delete them. Welcome to my training. All right. So now if I click present, and I can click autoplay. Welcome to my training about Walt Disney World transportation and how to use the new Lightning Lane multi-pass and single pass system. Here's a map of all of the transportation throughout Walt Disney World. I will also put a link in the description of this video so you have direct access to this page. And then what I could do is I could just click to the next. So this is also something that you could take for a client. Maybe you wanted to make them, here's a map. Stop. Maybe you wanted to make them like a city guide for somewhere they're going, and you wanted to narrate it for them. And all I did before, so what I did for other things I've done this, and then I've opened it up and I've screen recorded my computer, and then I upload it as a YouTube video and send it to my clients. All right. So that is definitely something that you could do. If it's something you're wanting to do, and then you go, oh my gosh, I don't know what Tasha's talking about. How do I screen record? I'll tell you this too. What I've also done before is I've opened a Zoom all by myself, shared my screen, and pressed play while I'm recording it. And then I have that video from Zoom that I'm able to then upload to YouTube as a video for my clients. All right. So there's ways that you can do that and add things and make different things for that. Okay. So that's how we can add audio or video of ourselves, all right, into them. So we talked about making reels. We talked about adding audio or our video to describe things and what we could do to do that. Now, the next thing I want to be able to talk about is how to actually make videos. So I do have a YouTube channel. I make YouTube videos for different things. As you saw, I did that Disney video with my different experiences. That wasn't a full-blown YouTube video, but it was much shorter. It was only about a minute, but I can make actual YouTube videos. And what I tend to do, let me see if I have one I can pull up. I very much enjoy when I go on a cruise. Prior to going on that cruise, I will watch videos about the ship or about the destination. So I have started making walkthroughs of every ship I go on. All right. I've also made, here's one that I did that I made pages. This one is one that I recorded my voice. This was before I thought about doing it separately, but it's a recording of my voice. But what I did is I brought in pictures as still pictures, and then I also brought in video clips so that they were separate as well of my snorkeling. I like to be able to make travel videos for my YouTube channel of things I've done. And this was like one of the most amazing snorkeling experience I've ever had. And it was beautiful. Clear blue water in Cozumel, Mexico. So I wanted to make a video and put that on my YouTube. Now, some of it is videos. This is over 8 minutes, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But some of it's videos, but then I also added still pictures. And in between, I added those different transitions. So again, so you can do a mixture of bringing in videos and still pictures. And all I did was I added some music, just like I showed you, you could bring in music, and it's down here below that I just dragged it in. And when that one ran out, I added another one because it was only a certain length, or you can copy it and do it again. Right. But that's a finished product. Right. So, but to make a YouTube video, you can also make your thumbnails for that, for what shows up on your page as like a home screen. All you do, again, you can bring videos in that you have. Of course, I don't have any videos in here right now that are easy to find, but let's see. I'm going to pull up my pictures on the other side of my screen, my other screen. Come on, computer. As I said, I like to do ship tours. When I'm on a cruise, I'm some reason a super early riser. I get up early in the morning. I think it's because I sleep so well on the ship that I just wake up really early. And the people I travel with do not. So I walk the ship by myself in the mornings and I get videos. I've had so many people say to me, how'd you get these videos with nobody on the ship? I'm like, because no, they were asleep. I walked the ship in the morning, but I love it. I absolutely love walking around the ship early in the morning. So let's see. I do one on that ship. So I do make videos on the ship and walk the ship, and I get video and I post it all, and then I make like a big video walkthrough of it. But so if I went back to this one, so again, all I do, I pull the video in and it'll upload. And even though this looks like widescreen, like when I record on my phone, why didn't that pull it in as a video? Sometimes my computer likes to be stupid. Even though I record it up and down on my phone, it will still do it the correct way on here. Sometimes my photos on my computer, I have to redo. They'll like close them and reopen them and they won't load as a video. Sometimes I also have to close out of Canva and redo it. It's only being difficult because I'm doing a training and everyone's watching me. Because right now it's uploading it only as a picture, and these are it's definitely a video. It's a 7-8 minute video. Why are you being difficult today? But again, all I do is I do a mixture of pictures and videos when I do my video walkthroughs of ships, and I will post them. Well, I did have it under video, but it shouldn't matter. Let me try to do a shorter one. For some reason, it's being weird and not loading them as videos. Like that was a video, and I'm not sure why it's doing it as a still picture. All right, let me do this. We're just going to do something else because it doesn't want me to upload it today. All right, so here are ones that I did when I did this ship. Okay, so I'm not sure the order they were supposed to be in, but that's okay. So I just drag them in. That's definitely the first one because that's us leaving. And I do typically turn the sound off because I'm going to put music behind it, right? You can, when you come in here, you can absolutely edit these and take away parts of it if you choose to. When you do these, it doesn't just shorten it, it actually trims the video and takes away parts of it. So you can edit these videos. You can also click cut. So maybe I want, you know, I'm going to watch what I want, see how much of it I want. This was the ship like backing up and turning around. So maybe I pause it right here and I click the little scissors to trim it. It gives me the option up here that I can take this out, and it's kind of showing me where we're at. So maybe I just want a little bit of it turning and you seeing the other boat, right? Because do I really need 45 seconds of the ship turning? Probably not, right? It's not going to be the best way to draw people into this ship. Okay, and then I can pull in the next one. Again, this is us pulling out a port. We're going past another ship. So I can play and see what I want. Again, I turn off the sound unless it's something I want the sound from. Okay. We were going past the Mardi Gras, one of Carnival's biggest ships. And again, I may or may not use this whole thing when I do it. I personally love this view of a ship. I don't really want to turn the sound off because I could listen to that all day, but I'm going to turn the sound off for purposes of my video, right? I love the wake, like that view from the back of the ship. I just absolutely love it. Um, it's one of my favorite places on a ship to be. So I always video that. But then, you know, I have going through. I also turn off the sound, especially because I'm like, nobody needs to hear my footsteps while I'm walking through through the ship, right? But you know, walking through, showing the different hallways. Making sure that what I'm showing is showing up nicely and that kind of a thing. But I literally walk through the ship. And then what I can do is I could come in here and I could add a heading of where we are on the ship. Now I would probably look up like which deck it is and all of those things. I would change it how I want it to look, all of those things like that. But for purposes of time, in general, that's what I do. I bring in, oops, I bring in the videos. You know, I'm doing the walkthrough because people like to watch these. This is what I do before I go on a ship. I love to send these types of videos to clients, whether they're ones if it's a ship I've been on, I'll send them the one I went on, my video, or I will send them one that I found. I do the same thing as I do with reels in between videos. In between videos, you can come in here, click the little add transition, and then I'm a big fan of the circle all the time. But that's the way I do YouTube videos. And then you can add music right in there. If you wanted to, you could also record your voice or yourself talking about the walkthrough. All right. Right now, I am showing everything with the free version. I do have the pro version because they gave it to us as educators for free during COVID. And I don't know if they still are, Erin, but we'll definitely check that to see if you can get the free version. I'm doing everything in a training. I try to use everything that's free version during a training so that everything can be used by everybody that when I'm training on something. But all of those aspects, recording yourself, adding audio, are all things that you can do with the free version. Absolutely with the free version. So it's ways that you can make your videos stand out and all of those things that you can add in. When I go to my YouTube, so that you guys know, like I have different playlists because I do a lot. I do a lot of trainings. But if I look at playlists, I specifically have things for travel advertising, trainings, cruising. All right. I feel like I'm still behind on some of them, but you know, I've made walkthroughs of different ships and things that I've been on. I definitely have not done all of them and have a lot of videos that I could still be doing. But it is a great way to show yourself as a travel agent, is make videos and have a YouTube channel of travels that you've done. All right. I just have so many, and it hasn't been a priority of mine to make sure that I'm getting those videos all done. All right. Let me stop the recording.